AFTV, James, now breathe. One of those games that was exhausting, pure emotion. I think a lot on the stream, on the watch along of us, were getting very, very tense. A lot of heated debates going on. That proves it's been a good game, hasn't it?
I think for the neutral, it was a great game. I think for Arsenal, it was a great game. And look, I understand we could have won. We could be a bit more clinical with some of the openings. We could have taken advantage of that first 20 minutes. Sure, we could have won. And for those disappointed we didn't, I get it. I totally get it. But I think two things could be true. You can say maybe an opportunity missed, but you can also acknowledge that this is a side that... This is a club that have done really extraordinary things the last 5, 6, 7 years. Everything we say we want Arsenal to be, you know, winning Champions Leagues, winning Premier Leagues, winning all the domestic cup trophies, competing in Europe regularly, getting to 3 Champions League finals. I know this team isn't the exact same as that team that did it, but still Jurgen Klopp, and it's still Mo Salah, it's still Van Dijk, it's still Alisson, it's still Trent, it's still so many of that group. And it's an Anfield that was called upon by Klopp to be loud and to turn up and give them what they needed. And I think Arsenal can be really proud of their performance out there. Did we have to weather a storm? Sure. Did we make mistakes? Absolutely. Did we look perfect? No. Do we look at the finished article? No. But do you have to be those things to be happy about it? I'm really happy that we went to Anfield, 2 nights before Christmas. And we know that it always feels nice to be top on Christmas Day. It's just a nice thing. In a top of the table clash between first and second, and coming out of it, or first and third, because obviously Villa's draw, but we came out of it with a performance we're genuinely really proud of. And we faced them 2 more times the next 6 weeks, so we got the opportunity to turn that draw into a win. But that's at the Emirates. For now, Anfield, it's a cauldron. You don't take it lightly ever. I think we should be happy with our efforts.
Do you think there could have been something more from Arsenal? Do you think there could have been anything that we could have given to try and take one of our chances, to try and take 3 points? Do you think really you come away and think a draw's fair?
I think a draw's fair because if you break down the game, you're going first 20 minutes, I thought we were brilliant. A bit like last season's first 20 minutes. Not in terms of cutting through them so much, just really composed, winning our duels. Then they did come back into the game. I'm not really sure. The tide just sort of turned. Some decent last-ditch defending. But when you really think about it, and I'm not saying Liverpool were poor. They weren't. Both sides, I think, could be happy with their performance. But by the Trent moment in minute 65, 70, whatever, did they have many really big chances? We can talk about our frustration in terms of maybe not taking our opportunities, our openings. But I think Liverpool fans might be feeling, well, we could have done a little bit better when we had the ball too. But that's great to Arsenal, our brilliant defenders, and I'm going to chat about them in a sec. Middle part of the game, I thought we looked a bit shaken. A lot of players just getting across to cover each other, do what we can. Of course, they equalise. But then the last 13, I was trying to allude to it on the watch along, but I always get superstitious about jinxing it. But I was saying, you know what, guys, if you actually really stop and look at this, we've taken control of this last 13. What I mean by that is, no, we weren't leading, no, we weren't creating a load of chances, but we were winning our duels again. We were putting our foot on the ball. And that little moment at the end, and I've checked the minute, it was the 91st minute, where Saliba wins the ball, then sort of feints and gives it to Gabriel, gives it back to him. Then he feints again and goes into midfield. That's your centre-back at left-back. That's your centre-back in midfield. And your 6 has dropped into centre-back, all to cover each other, just so they can play out the back the way Arteta's always wanted from day one. That is coaching, that is class from the set of them, that is confidence, that is not being overruled by Anfield. And yeah, we might not have won the game, but we take so many positives from a lot of the things that the players tried to do out there and ultimately have come away with a point and are top at the end of it as well.
Yeah, big time. Listen, you want to talk about the back line, and I think it's fair. I think Ben White and Zinchenko, I'd like to ask on those performances as well as Gabriel and Saliba's. And I think, of course, we bring Declan Rice into the mix as well because he's so important in that anchor position.
Yeah. Ben White, I thought, did fine. I thought he did good today. I thought better in the second half than the first half, but always fine, always up for the battle, never beaten once for a cross. But if you're going to be beaten, I say get beaten down the touchline, so at least someone's there to block it. Now, that's not what Zinni did on the goal. Now, Zinni, listen, I love you. And you're giving him a lot on the watch long. And I get it. He was really poor on that goal. And I like Zinni. But even I think, listen, you're not great defensively, but I expect better. That was pretty basic stuff. I think he did some bad moments in terms of getting the ball away, in terms of losing out to that header before they equalise, in terms of then the Salah equaliser. But I also thought he never shook responsibility. He always wanted the ball. He kept trying to play his football. Sometimes it nearly didn't go right, but it did, and he stuck to the task. I actually thought Klopp got it wrong putting Salah up top. The minute he removed that battle from us, Arsenal, you could see, were far more comfortable on the ball. So Zinni was okay. He was. Listen, you have a moment like that cost him the equaliser. He wasn't okay. I think he did some okay things, to be fair to him. Gabriel and Saliba are monsters. I wouldn't trade them for any centre-back pairing in world football,
Yep.
and I absolutely mean it. I think Gabriel is immense. I think Saliba is just special. I think Declan Rice... I've seen Declan Rice play better this season, and yet I'm seeing Liverpool fans talking about how great he was. He was superb as well. And then the rest of the team, Havertz and Odegaard had moments where you're like, oh, that was frustrating. Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was frustrating. Oh, that was really good. Saka first half, brilliant. Gomez did a job on him after that. Marte started the game, brilliantly fed off. Jesus never stopped trying. I really like the impact from Trossard and Nketiah as subs. They absolutely played their part. Nketiah more so, I think he just did a really good job winning
More his
fouls.
hold up and his strength and stuff was really
Made
impressive.
himself a nuisance. Good on him for that. And we come away with a point that I understand. Like I said, I'll reiterate it. Some people might go, yeah, when are we finally going to win here? Please, let's respect Liverpool, who they are, what they are. Listen, I don't think they're a team that are good enough to win the title. I think they're just that couple percentages off. But I totally and utterly respect what Klopp, Liverpool, Anfield are. We go there, you take a point, you shake hands. You saw Arteta and Klopp smiling at each other. That was a sign of respect, like, fair play. And I think the neutrals would have enjoyed that as a good game as well. Not like that Liverpool-Man United game last week. So I take all the positives from that.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. Listen, lastly, you said that you don't see Liverpool as being quite ready. Do you see Arsenal as being quite ready?
Yeah, I predicted Arsenal to win in August, and nothing's changed my mind on that. We've beaten City, we've drawn at Anfield, we drew at the Bridge from 2-0 down, playing terribly. Yeah, I'm absolutely confident. I think the Bridge maybe isn't the best example this season, but anyway.
We'll go with it.
Liverpool, just to really make my position clear, I think they'll like always be within 3, 4, 5 points. I just don't think they're going to go over the line. If they get over the line, it slightly surprises me. Whereas if City even come all this way back and win it, that wouldn't really surprise me. I think Liverpool just lacking that little bit. But I think Liverpool fans know it. But then they had a 6 and that changes completely. And January's around the corner. We need to add 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man, Merry Christmas, bro.
And you, Merry Christmas.